The wind is still and the skies are clear. Every sound around you seems to bleed into the ever-growing silence. It's quiet. Too quiet. Shh. Let the deafening silence envelop you. It'll all be over soon. Welcome, captive listeners, to Radiostuck. Our story of paradoxical shenanigans begins in the bedroom of a young man. A young man who we will be spending a considerable amount of time with while on this journey. Let's learn more about him before we embark, shall we? A young man stands in his bedroom. It is apparent that he's been standing there for quite some time. Not only that, but it just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today that he will finally be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? I turn it over to you now, dear listeners. What whimsical but fanciful name will you give this child? It seems one of our viewers sent in a suggestion. How exciting! Let's see what they've sent in. Okay, so it appears that the suggested name was sent in by Anonymous, and it reads... Zoosmell Poop Lord?
What? No! I am not going through this adventure with the name Zoosmell Poop Lord.
Yes, quite right. Let's try this naming business again with a little bit more dignity this time, please. Here we go. Once again submitted by Anonymous, the name this time reads... John Egbert. Much better. Now, John, examine your room and dwell upon the many things within it.
Okay.
If you'll allow me, I'd like to give a quick explanation of things to our terrestrial viewers who are not able to be live with us right now.
Sure.
Splendid! To begin with, your name is John. As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes have been prepared and are scattered about your room. Judging from the items scattered about your room, you seem to have a variety of interests. Let's see. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it. You have an extreme fondness for paranormal lore, and you are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. Now, John, what will you do? Say, John, your surprising lack of arms is deeply concerning. Perhaps you should locate your missing appendages?
Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by arms, but there's nothing in here but junk.
Ah, yes. Your arms must then be in your magic chest, Poop Lord. But first, let's remove this cake from the magic chest.
Okay, but how are we gonna... What the...
Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. Now, John, retrieve your arms from the magic chest.
All right.
You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You capture log them in your Silodex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. Now, John, examine the other items in the chest.
Okay, let's see here.
In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms currently capture-logged in your Silodex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of Beagle Puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sastiker's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavanagh. Some of this stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your capture log cards in your Silodex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get the hang of the vernacular at least. you have 2 capture log cards remaining. Now, I'm just an outsider looking in who just so happens to have a considerable amount of influence over you and the choices you're going to make, but free will being a thing, I have to ask, have you thought about equipping those fake arms of yours?
Equip? I don't... Huh? What the heck?
Oh, that's right. My apologies. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms at this time. Their card is underneath the one you just used to capture log the smoke pellets. You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms, but this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Silidex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stacked data structure. You never were all that great with data structures and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. Moving on from that, John, why don't you go and examine your Problem Sleuth poster?
Okay, sure.
Is it even possible to get any more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. Oh look, John, a note. Who's it from?
Oh hey, so there is.
Happy birthday, son. I am so proud of you.
This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. Now, John, take the poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it up on your wall.
How though?
How about a hammer and some nails? I bet they would work.
Okay.
You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take the nails.
If you say so.
You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck.
Ah!
Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway. But you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful. Probably. Sorry folks, it seems like we're experiencing some technical difficulties. Yes, but you wait patiently until we resolve this issue. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet, the polished surface of your desk.
Can we move on, please?
Oh, yes, quite right. John, combine the nails and the hammer. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together. Now, John, use the combined hammer and nails on the poster.
Okay.
You use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. Now, John, nail the poster to the wall.
There we go.
You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space in the wall. It's glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time.
All right, Dad.
Ooh, is that a Nick Cage poster I see? John, wondrously examine your Con Air poster.
I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
Now, John, examine your Deep Impact poster.
Morgan Freeman's genteel homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow.
Films about impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus, a black president? Now you've seen everything.
I know, right?
Now, John, examine your calendar.
Sure thing.
You have marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Spurb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you.
Don't even start with me about that. Ugh.
Oh, right. How about some cake then?
Nuh-uh. No way. I'm not even gonna look at another cake for as long as I live.
Fair enough. After all, you've been eating it all day. That, and you have no intention of clogging your Celodex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John, examine incoming message. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper which you made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes, you wonder why you even bother with it. Your PesterChum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. John, open PesterChum. Only one of your chums is logged in. He's sent you a message. John, open message.
Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
I got Little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm gonna watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny.
Oh, hell. That is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It is like fucking Christmas up in here.
Okay, that's fine. But I just have one question and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Okay, I can accept that Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face. But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No. Did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already. But I don't care, I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro is a joke, and we both know it.
Yeah. Why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
Alright.
John, look out the window. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there, beside your driveway, is the mailbox. Now, John, examine mailbox. The little red arm-swingy dealy thing or whatever it's called is flipped up. What the hell is that thing called anyway?
Huh?
Whatever. You simply do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy lever thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here.
Finally!
John, go outside and check the mailbox.